Hi. Hi, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the 7 categories of belief. According to Tony Robbins, these beliefs affects how we think, how we focus, and how we act. And sometimes we might not even be very conscious about them as we go about on a daily task. So let's take a look at them and see what they are. The first one is a global belief. Situations or examples are we have a very general idea of what we think. Examples are doctors are so and so, maybe hardworking or maybe uh, very aggressive or very dedicated. It depends on our own life experience. Or we might have a belief with certain groups of people, like children are. You can think that children are maybe very happy, very carefree, or very naughty, depending again on your experience. That happened to you a long time ago. And you could be still carrying those with you. So when you meet these groups of people, immediately something come into your subconscious mind. And that's going to affect how you show up. And how you show up is going to affect how people react to you. So you might be getting the reactions as you have expected. The second one is identity. Identity would be answers to the question, I am. You can fill in the blank. And he said that people are very, very addicted to their identity. Whatever they think they are, they will behave accordingly. Let's say if your identity is I'm very courageous or I take risk. So if this is the way that you think you are more likely to take more risks than other people. Or if your identity is I'm really not good enough. I don't know what I'm doing. So then you might take on the position of not trying because there is so much out there that you can't do. You already think that you're going to fail. So it's going to create a situation that you might have more chances of failing because you already failed before you took the action. The third one is primary question. The primary question might start with a why or how. The why could be why am I getting all this bad situations happen to me? How come all these unfortunate things happen to me? How come I always get the bad breaks? So when you focus on that question, you will be recalling all those past events that were not happening in your favor, and that will give you a depressed spirit. And you'll be focusing all the bad things that happened in the past. So you will be reliving them, even though they already gone way many, many years ago. But by recalling all these situations, you recall all the feelings that came up. And there's a saying that is ask and thou shalt receive. So whatever you ask, that situation could come up again. Another question could be, how can I enjoy more of what I have and be able to share with others? When you ask that question, then you might have a different set of ideas, different set of thoughts. You will be thinking about all the abundance that you have received, and you will be more positive, have a much happier outlook, and that will bring you more good fortunes as you expect. So that primary question is really important. So maybe if you want to, just sit down and write it out. Pay attention to what is going on in your back of the mind. And that might explain why some of the things are happening to you. The next one is values. What are your values? what is very, very important to you. For some people, integrity is very important. So if there's anything that doesn't have the full sign of integrity, they're not going to do it. So this will help you in the decision making area. When you don't know what decision to make, a lot of times you can go back, look at your values and see, is this in line with my values or is it not? If someone really wants to be very honest, they probably won't take shortcuts that sounds or looks shady. But if someone's value is, I will try to get the most I can, then they might be tempted to do things in ways that some other people might not want to do. So the values are really important. So it might be good to sit down and write down what are the things that are very important to you. That is going to help you make decisions on different choices. Number 5 are rules. What has to happen in order that you think this particular value is showing up? Let's say love. Some people might say that if you love me, you have to show me that you love me 3 times a day. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, and also during the day. That's one set of rule. Another set could be, no, doesn't have to be. As long as when you speak to me, you are very respectful, then I know that you love me. Or someone might say, no, as long as you don't say anything that makes me unhappy, I'm okay. You don't have to call me every day or every hour. So those are different rules. Sometimes you might find that you are upset over certain things, not quite sure why. Might be a good time to go back and examine what are your rules about this particular person or event or situation. Next one is vehicles. How do you accomplish what you need? Example is significance. Let's say significance is really important. How do you know that you are significant? Some people might show that by having really good grades. So they really strive, they study really hard, and they get really good grades. They get first honors. Or some of the people will work really hard and build a great practice. So for them, the vehicle is a very successful business. Some of the people who value love and relationships, their vehicle could be their friends and family. When they are around a lot of people, they feel very happy because then they can express or enjoy the love that is surrounding them. So take a look at the vehicles that you use to accomplish the needs that are most important to you. And are they vehicles that are helpful, that you enjoy, that is good for you, good for others, and also good for the community? The last one is situation specific. Let's say one of your values is that killing is horrible and you would not do it, but except in situation of a self-defense. So if someone were going to hurt you, you are going to defend yourself. And that could mean killing the other person. So these are examples of situation specific. There's one other group that Tony also mentioned. It's called meta program. And that is a separate session that we're going to talk about next time. But in the meantime, it will be great to sit down, give yourself 10-15 minutes, take a look at these items and write them down. And that will give you a much clearer idea, help you to understand yourself and be able to understand why you react in certain ways in certain situations. Okay, thank you. We'll talk next time. Have a great time and a great day. Bye.